I'm too positive to be doubtful, too optimistic to be fearful. So all my time I spend cheerful, and I know exactly what I'm here for. I'm too positive to be doubtful, too optimistic to be fearful. So all my time I spend cheerful, and I know exactly what I'm here for. I'm too positive to be doubtful, too optimistic to be fearful. So all my time I spend cheerful, and I know exactly what I'm here for. I'm too positive to be doubtful, too optimistic to be fearful. So all my time I spend cheerful, and I know exactly what I'm here for.
What it do? It's your boy, Dragon Ball Art 92, and I'm back with another BAM reaction video. Yes, we back on our Ultra Vegito hype today, y'all. Yes, today we're gonna be doing a reaction video to Ultra Vegito Becomes Immortal, Ultra Vegito's new form. Woo, it's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a good one, y'all. But before we get to the content today, you guys, make sure you hit that like button. So that way we can trigger YouTube algorithm. That way we can be seen by a bigger audience. Bruh. Also, if you're new here, I want to thank you for coming by and enjoying content with us today. Over here at Dragon Ball Art 92, we do reaction videos. Dragon Ball everything reaction videos. So if you're a Dragon Ball fan and you like reaction videos, make sure you hit that subscribe button, bro. Become a part of the Dragon Ball Art 92 family, bro. Also, don't forget to hit that bell notification so that way you can be updated whenever your boy drops a video. Now, the last time we seen Ultra Vegito, you know, him and Jiren was supposedly had this little connection to where they was gonna work together to fight against the gods, but then Ultra Vegito trapped them in the Pyramid of Power.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Now we then moved up a few episodes because the few episodes that's in between, I actually did reaction videos to them earlier in my channel's career. So if you go back to the channel, you can actually see those videos. So now we're at this state where Ultra Vegito becomes immortal. And I can't wait to see what happened, bro. But I ain't gonna hold y'all, bro. Let's get to the content, you dig?
So our story continues with Ultra Gogeta having just instantly blasted Vegito with his Kamehameha Kai. All we can see now is the Fuseian huffing and puffing in fatigue as in front of him, nothing but thick clouds of smoke envelop the area where Ultra Vegito once was. Exhausted, Ultra Gogeta then lets out, "Sorry, Vegito, but this little game of ours had to end here and now. I told you, I wasn't as naive as before. I know all about what you've been..."
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I always wanted to see the two fusions fight. Leave a comment in the comment section on who you think will really win in a fight between Vegito and Gogeta. But I always wanted to see that fight, bro. Like, real talk, man. It'd be exciting to see if, because Vegito is my favorite one out of the two, but it'd be exciting to see how they utilize their techniques against each other when they're pretty much the same person. Just different fusions, you feel me?
Okay!
Let's get back to it.
Doing. News of your murder of the gods has spread like wildfire, even reaching universes like ours. Whis showed me it all, and I guess it was only a matter of time before you returned here. Big mistake. The only big mistake was underestimating me, kid. But suddenly, a sinister but familiar voice calls out from the unknown. "No! You're kidding me! There's no way you survived that, Vegito! Wait, why do I sense 3 others here? What is going on?" As when we peer closer into the dark clouds of dust and debris, 3 unrecognizable sets of red eyes appear to shoot through where only Ultra Vegito was supposed to be, if at all. Until shockingly, in a sight that I don't think any of us...
Bro, it's so funny, bro, because not only did Ultra Vegito absorb their energy, he utilizing them now. Bruh. Using them as shields. Damn! Oh, man, let's get back to it, bro.
Could have foresaw 3 life-size apparitions of Kitella, Topo, and Belmod.
Who is your favorite destroyer out of all 12 destroyer guys? Leave a comment in the comment section and let me know who's your favorite. Mine's is Beerus. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Appear with their arms crossed, seemingly having taken the brunt of Gogeta's attack instead of Vegito. And coincidentally, not only 3 warriors who were defeated by Vegito, but also 3 that had their destroyer energy robbed from them also. Of course, the sight of these 3 otherwise strangers to the GT Saiyan leaves him understandably confused, and for a number of reasons, as he lets out, Who the hell are these guys? Where on earth is Vegito? But looking on from afar, Beerus at first can't recognize what's happening, but notices that somehow 3 figures have appeared to protect Vegito, as he first comments, Now what is this, Reese? Some kind of new technique from the God Killer? You Saiyans never do fail to surprise me. What? Belmont? Kitella? But just as suddenly,
I know Beerus was like out of his mind tripping because this dimension that Vegito in right now, not only did Vegeta and Goku in this timeline never met the other gods because they just now meeting Beerus. Beerus is shocked because he like, how did they get in his universe? Like, what is going on? And they're protecting Vegito?
You serious?
Crazy work, bruh. Crazy work.
as Vegito's bodyguards turned up, Beerus's face too transforms in a flash to one of pure puzzlement and disbelief, as 2 of his fellow gods of destruction appear before him in his own universe, and to protect the God Killer no less. As he continues, What in the name of Zeno is going on here? Do my eyes deceive me? That big fellow, is it that Belmont's destroyer candidate? Whis, what is the meaning of this? To which Whis, who though appearing calm and collected on the outside, grows increasingly concerned internally, as he responds, At this point, I can't tell you, Lord Beerus. The appearance of 2 destroyers is far beyond the realm of what I could have ever expected, but I have a feeling this Saiyan will give us the answers we seek soon. As almost on perfect timing, as soon as we finish saying this, in a shock turn of events, all 3 life-size versions of Vegito's victims then begin to disappear into nothing, as if being erased all over again. But of course, behind them, a new figure begins to be revealed. As in a sight never before seen, Ultra Vegito is seen, but now looking markedly different than usual. Slobbered and even more ferocious black lightning than usual, as his hair appears noticeably longer, with one bang in particular now far longer than the other, and with him inexplicably covering one half of his.
Why he holding his eye like somebody dotted him, bro? Like his eye hurt or something, bro. Like, or is he just trying to scare Gogeta or something right now? Hey, but this farmer's raw, bro. But Vegito looks super buff right now, bro. Look like he's been in the gym for like 10 years straight, bro, hitting them weights, bro. Perfect. That boy so bulky and stuff, bro. Look like he on some steroids or something. Let's get back to it.
Face. He lets out, Never in a million years did I think I would need to bring out this form. But I guess if you're going to try and beat me so deceitfully, then I have no choice but to not hold back. I planned on unleashing this only on Zeno and the Grand Priest. But today, the universe will see a glimpse of power it will not soon forget. Gogeta, you lying coward. And here I was planning on enjoying our little key-beam clash. But you just had to play dirty, didn't you? guess I couldn't expect any better from a destroyer, could
So obviously they had a key blast, right? And Gogeta must have did some sneaky stuff to make Vegito feel like this, like he was a liar or something, because, you know, and they're saying blood and, you know, stuff like that. They want to, you know, see who really the strongest in that type of battle. So I wonder what sneaky stuff Gogeta did, which was in a previous episode. So y'all go back and check that out on RJ's channel. You know what I'm saying? If you want to know actually what happened. Let's get back to it.
I? And as we see Ultra Vegeta from behind, his hand begins to finally move away from his face, continuing, "You will regret this day. The day you joined the ranks of Beerus and betrayed my trust. Remember this face, for it will be your last. Remember it, Gogeta!" As shockingly, Vegeta reveals his final look. His eye turned completely black, with only a white eye and black pupil to complement it. Reminiscent of Kid Buu, as if Vegito now had become a true Margin, aka Demon himself. With a cold stare, Ultra Vegito, now slightly less angered, would then turn to Gogeta and let out, "So, what do you think then, Gogeta? Cat got your tongue? You seem to have lost your voice ever since I revealed my new form. Curious to how I survived your attack and who those three were, are you?" But Gogeta, who looks more confused at this point and fearful at all of Vegito's look, just lets out obliviously, I mean, I couldn't care less about whoever those three freaks were. I half didn't even expect you to go down that easily. But what is up with that weird new look of yours? And your eye? Have you got pink eye or something? You need to get that checked out, bud.
And they seem so casual with each other, even though they're in the midst of a fight. That's crazy work, bro. That shows you how calm, relaxed they are and how much they enjoy fighting, bro. It ain't even like they feel like each other is a threat. They just feel like each other is a challenge, bro.
I'd have to do with it.
No. He's got a point.
That's quite interesting.
But a somewhat amused Vegito just laughs, smirking sinisterly before uttering words none of us could predict. "Maybe I should, but I think you should get that arm of yours checked out first, bud." "Huh? My arm? What the hell are you talking about this time?" This at first leaving Gogeta puzzled as he tries to figure out what cryptic nonsense his counterpart would be saying this time. Until...
Oh!
Finish him.
Bro, how many times have I seen somebody get their arm cut off, sliced off, like just sliced real quick like some steak, bro?
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Now, this Gogeta doesn't have Buu abilities, bro, so he cannot get his arm back, bro. That was slick. And obviously, Vegito used the apparition of the angel, and I know this go freak Whis out, bro. You know Whis about to go crazy, bro. Let's get back to it.
Suddenly, in a truly familiar scene to long-time watchers of this story, from out of seemingly nowhere, a life-size apparition of the angel Margarita appears slicing off the completely taken off guard Ultra Gogeta's arm, in just the same way Vegito's once was. You cut off my arm! Who the hell is this now? As the infinitely filled with rage Gogeta screams in a mix of agony and anger, staring at his now severed arm, wondering obliviously still where these complete unknown strangers are coming from. Margarita? But meanwhile, the more knowledgeable Whis finally breaks his cool on the sight of his own sister, and fellow divine angel too. now being used as Vegito's puppet also, as he calls out, Lord Beerus, I don't know what this is, but this cannot be possible for a mortal to wield the power of the gods and angels for his own. If Father or the Omni King catches wind of this, our entire universe will be at risk. You know what happened to the last 6 universes to have upset Zeno-sama.
And that too, bro. I wonder personally what them other 6 universes did to get erased before Dragon Ball. Well, when Dragon Ball Super was introduced and they introduced us to the multiverse, it was only 12 universes. But at first, it was 6 more universes that were there before we got introduced to the 12. But the other 6 had got erased. But I'm wondering in my mind, what did they do, bro? But Zeno be erasing stuff just because he bored, bro.
You serious?
You know what I mean? But let's get back to it.
You must do something now. Which a more cautious and serious Beerus than concedes. Agreed. This Saiyan has far crossed the line. Goku and Vegeta or not, he must be destroyed before he causes any more trouble. But this is no task for just myself. Consider this my permission. Join me in battle, and let's get rid of this rat here and now. Really, Lord Beerus? You haven't let me interfere with your opponents in centuries. Are you sure? To which a standing tall Beerus just replies, I don't consider this freak an opponent. After all, he shouldn't even be here. Beerus, then powering up, surrounds himself in black lightning as the very ground beneath him shakes, and he continues finally. Besides, something tells me this God Killer may actually be able to live up to his name if I challenge him alone.
Beerus already knew that he couldn't handle Vegito by himself. That's why he told Whis to jump in. Damn! But both of them still won't be able to handle Vegito. Let's see how this turned out for them, bro. Like, don't tell me in the comments what's going to happen, because I know a lot of y'all seen these episodes already, all right? Because I know somebody was like the other day that I'm way behind, bro. It's not that I'm behind. It's that I'm trying to help other people catch up to what's going on. But eventually I'm gonna speed up the cycle and catch up to the current episodes. I will. But let's see what happens.
Enough questions now. Get ready, Whis. To which the obedient attendant just says, Understood, Beerus-sama. And just like that, Beerus and Whis rush in at speed right towards Ultra Vegito and Gogeta, aiming to finally put a stop to the time-traveling Saiyan's actions. But alas, in the distance, rather than feel even a hint of trepidation, Ultra Vegito, in his new form, just continues to laugh as if enjoying every second of the event, letting out, Oh, so now you want to get involved, do you, Beerus? Of course you would enlist help too, like all the rest of you cowardly gods. But I'm afraid 2 can play at that game. Say hello to my little friend. What? No! As suddenly, before Beerus and Whis could get any closer to Ultra Vegito, right in front of them, blocking their way in traumatic fashion, are the apparitions of the late destroyer Belmod and Angel Konyak, pitting God against God and brother against brother too. Belmod? What did he do to you? Leaving Beerus now stunned as he finally comes face to face with the alarming powers of Vegito that can call forth his own kind. And similarly, Whis is left wide-eyed and unable to blink as he stares into the lifeless eyes of Konyak, muttering, Brother, how How is this Saiyan able to wield your powers as his own? Beerus! Whis! But Gogeta, who turns and sees his two masters, now preoccupied with their own foes and dangers,
Just standing there with that arm just gooshing out blood like that. Ooh, I know that hurts, bro. It's gotta hurt, but he's just sitting there like it ain't even bothering him. When your mind's not thinking about something, not focused on something, bro, your feelings and stuff like that won't be there neither, bro. It would really be like it's really didn't happen.
courtesy of Vegito also, can only stare in near silence as the futility and danger of the situation begins to settle in. This Vegito was not called the God Killer for no reason, and with the way things were going, if he didn't do something now, him, Beerus and Whis would become just another statistic on Vegito's rampage. This was a one-on-one between me and you, and now you bring out these weird puppets to get involved too? What is this? You call this fighting like a Saiyan? You're a disgrace! Immediately rushing in at Vegito with maddening anger, his severed arm still flailing in the air, spewing blood, but the pain completely numb from just the adrenaline of Gogeta's rage. But Vegito watching no longer has the same sinister smirk he had enjoyed up till now. Instead, wearing a cold and filled with killer intent stare that is aimed directly at Gogeta. Something his foe had said had clearly ticked him off. And within an instant, so fast, not even us viewers could see his movement.
Bro, obviously Gogeta wouldn't be able to handle Vegito in this form, but Vegito was doing bruh like Brawly did Goku, bro.
What?
Grabbing him by his face, probably about to slam his head into the ground, kind of what Brawly did to Goku, bruh. It's quite interesting, bro. That move, they love doing that move. The face grip.
That's right.
And Vegito jumps the distance and grabs the shocked Gogeta right by his shocked face, covered in aura as he shoots towards an unknown direction. Traveling so fast in such a flash that nobody, not even Gogeta, could possibly keep up as he lets out his final words before doom. Stop! And just like that, with a venomous explosion that almost ripped the entire divine planet.
How many of y'all knew that was gonna happen already? Leave a comment in the comment section, bruh. Because I already had a feeling that was gonna happen. Let's see how many people think like me.
The Beerus in half, Gogeta's face itself is lost into the surface as Vegito pushes down with a grimace on his face, indicating just how violently and hard he decided to attack his once training partner. Vegito! And proof of this is Gogeta's now nothing short of dazed and lifeless face. His eyes now grayed out from losing consciousness, and his hair back to black and back to his base form, as he has finally, well and truly, been defeated by Ultra Vegito in definitive fashion. Meanwhile, the emotionless Vegito, who doesn't seem to have broken a single sweat, let alone caring at all for what he has done to Gogeta, then lets out indiscriminately, "You asked what this was. Well, this was true power, Gogeta. Something you will never gain being a slave to the gods. And don't you dare talk to me about fighting like a Saiyan after that cheap move you pulled off. What happened to wanting an old-fashioned key beam struggle, huh? Pathetic." But as Ultra Vegito gets out his grievances to a Gogeta who can barely respond back, the body of Gogeta suddenly begins to flash bright. Could this be one final trump card from the GT Warriors? Perhaps a self-destruction. But no,
Which was your favorite series? Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT, Dragon Ball Super, or Dragon Ball Diamond?
I ain't gonna tell nobody
Leave a
else.
comment in the comment section. I want to know which one is your favorites.
the end, all that happens was the fusion dance timer finally running out, leading to Goku and Vegeta both separating and both unconscious, but curiously, both now in the God of Destruction garbs, and more importantly, both back with their left arms, despite what happened to Gogeta. Vegito is quick to notice this as well, and thinks to himself, well, would you look at that? Both arms intact. I guess I didn't need to worry about what happened to me after all. But then again, I don't know when I'll finally be ready to defuse. But meanwhile in the distance, the sounds of fists and kicks clashing can be seen in the area where Whis and Beerus once were, before they were confronted by the summonings of Vegito. Huh? Even if this is a fake, this Belmont knockoff isn't too bad at all, Whis. I believe.
And then what makes them think they're going to stand a chance if they can't even really handle Vegito's apparitions right now, bro? He's basically held them up, bro. They putting up a fight, obviously, because if they were that easy to destroy, bro, they would have been destroyed them apparitions and went after Vegito.
I'd have to do with it.
No. He's got a point.
But let's see what they do, bro.
This is his real energy. Yes, my lord. Whatever these things are, this is definitely how my brother fights. He's even using Ultra Instinct. This definitely is no illusion. We should get past these two now. I do not believe Gogeta-san's fusion will last any longer. But on mention of Gogeta, his student, Beerus turns his head to check in, only to see the alarming image of them defeated on the ground, now beaten and unconscious in front of the famed God Killer, who in his mind is likely now about to kill them, just as he had with the other gods. What? What the hell are you doing? Don't tell me you were actually defeated by that chump! What did he do to you? Goku! Vegeta! I will not stand for this anymore! As suddenly, in a roar that trembles the very fabric of the universe, Beerus, in a rage never before seen from him, yells to the heavens, powering up to his max level. As a stunned Belmont in front of him, even if just an apparition, can't help but stay still in awe. Huh? Meanwhile, of course, Whis, who is not too far at all, is forced to stop fighting as well, as even he is surprised by Beerus' sudden increase in power. As he lets out, Lord Beerus, this energy, are you really going to unleash?
I guess this Beerus wasn't lazy. I guess he actually has some power reserve. And he might get around these guys, but he still ain't gonna have enough power to fight Vegito, bro. Still ain't gonna work. Let's get back to it.
That power? Here and now? As the scene moves back to Beerus' face, who now sports a completely indifferent look, ready to put it all on the line as he says, I'm done with all of this. He came here for me, so I'll make sure he gets what's coming to him. And without warning, Beerus stops with the formalities and immediately, brutally kicks the Belmont apparition in half as if it were made of paper now. And one more of you counterfeits is left, right? I've always wanted to know how it felt to defeat an angel. Maybe you'll give me that luxury, cognac. Instantly vanishing from the view of both Whis and the apparition version of Cognac until reappearing, this time to decapitate.
Savage! Knocked his head off, bro. Bow!
Fatality.
Knocked it clean off, even though it's just the energy apparition, though. But for him to do that, bro, showed you that Brendan got stronger. Bears definitely ain't the lazy cat that he was in the other timeline.
You're goddamn right.
Decapitate the angel's head from its body with just a single strike. Lord Beerus! This sight and display of ridiculous power, of course, surprising Whis yet again, as he can only mutter, I've never seen you like this. Be careful. Whoa! So this timeline's Beerus is a lot stronger than the one from mine. What a surprise! You're even stronger than Vegito, aren't you? Now I'm intrigued. Maybe you'll be able to make me break at least a sweat in this form. You. These goading words, of course, reaching Beerus, who turns his sight and attention back to Vegito and responds, Oh, you have no idea, Saiyan. Me and you are going to have that chat you so desperately want. And I can guarantee there will be more than just sweats, bro. To which a smiling Ultra Vegito just quits back. Oh, really? I don't remember the Beerus of my timeline ever being so eager for anything. Usually he'd be sleeping. Slowly raising his arm up until, with his knuckles and fingers towards Beerus, he lifts one finger and gestures to the destroyer, saying, But if you're so eager to die, then come back up your words, kitty cat.
The way Vegito be disrespecting Bears with them names, bro, is still insane to me, calling him a kitty cat, bro. You know that's gonna make him mad, bro. He gonna come at you, bro. I want to see how well Bears does in this fight, though, with this power increase, and how long he lasts fighting Ultra Vegito, because you know he ain't gonna last. Well, he ain't gonna win.
My pleasure. Leaving Beerus furious, but with nothing more to say. As Beerus, now set in his conviction to end the Godkiller, flies towards him with his arm cocked back already, but noticeably, as he flies forward, his entire arm is now coated in the signature purple destroyer energy of her kind. Raise your fist!
Oh, wow, bro. Vegito, bro, what is he doing, bro? He let him hit him with that, bro.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
That's insane, bro. Now, if what I'm thinking, is correct, right? Then that punch has the capability of erasing Vegito from existence, bro. And if that happens, it's over with. Beerus actually won. Let's see what happened, bro. That's crazy.
And with perfect speed and execution, Beerus actually lands on Vegito, straight onto his cheek, sending his face flying back. And at this point, it's not even clear whether Vegito had let him hit him in an anime cliche, or if Beerus had actually gotten the one-up on our hero. But shockingly,
I knew it, bruh. Half his face, bruh. I would call him Two-Face, bro. He ain't even Two-Face. He half-face. Damn! Excuse me. His brain can't even function at this point. It can't. Half his brain's gone, bro. So it's a wrap. Let's see what happens now.
Once we finally see the end result of Beerus' attack, we come to realize the horrific effect of why Beerus' Hakai-coated fist should have been avoided at all costs. With now an entire block of Vegito's face completely erased and missing. Unable to even say a word, as now most of his brain has disappeared also. And in the end, the Victor Beerus, knowing that there's no coming back from that, just stares with a strange smugness with a hint of caution, as even he almost can't believe he pulled it off, saying, "Oh, what a shame, Saiyan. I don't think you're in any position anymore to have that chat with me. But kudos to you for only having half your head blown off. I was expecting there to be nothing left of you after that, but I guess seeing that cocky smile on your face blasted off is even better." "Oh, you mean like this, Beerus?"
Bro! I don't know if that's that Boo ability or he actually has the ability to reverse a Hakai. He might have that ability, bro, to reverse a Hakai, bro.
You serious?
And that would be insane, bro. Ain't no beating this dude, bro. Ain't no beating this dude, bro. He got punched in the face with a Hakai fist. Damn near got erased and came right back. Vegito is a beast, bruh.
As unbelievably, despite seemingly only having half a brain left, Vegito lets out a sarcastic comment back and resumes his smile, as slowly but surely the rest of his head begins to reappear, as if literally reversing the Hakai that Beerus had just performed. Good as new! Until finally, Ultra Vegito's face is back home, looking more sinister than ever, staring right into the soul of Beerus, not uttering a word more of explanation to the gods, who can only remain completely perplexed. What is he? This can't be! I hit him! I erased him, I'm sure of it! Nothing but the Super Dragon Balls themselves should be able to do that!
Obviously, Vegito can, Beerus. You can't erase nothing.
As Ultra Vegito, still remaining quiet, then subtly attempts a semblance of an explanation, as he lifts his right hand up until suddenly one of the 5 remaining time rings he possesses then inexplicably begins to erase from his finger, as if having just been sacrificed in exchange for Vegito. And now it's my turn! Which one of you wants to give me their energy first? Leaving the God Killer now free to finally let out everything and scream to the heavens intimidatingly as the very gravity and atmosphere of the planet takes a dark change. A visual so powerful and alarming, both divine creations, God and angel, are left paralyzed in fear, unable to say any more from the mixture of confusion and dread that has now befell them. All the while, Beerus alone remains directly in the sight of the God Killer. But before the former destroyer could even move a muscle with frightening speed, accuracy, and control, Ultra Vegito appears directly in front of Beerus, just as he did with Gogeta. But just this time, sparing the god from utter defeat as he lets out just one final time. So, how about we have that talk now, Beerus? But that was it for today's video, guys. And if you made it this far,
hey, man, that was a good episode, bro. That was a really, really good episode. So, Beerus basically is about to get the beat down from Vegito. You know he gonna beat him down, bro. He erased half his face, bro. So, man, I already know, bro. It's going down in the next episode, man. Yes, but that's it for the video today, you guys. I want to thank you guys for coming by and checking out the content with us today. Make sure you're always taking care of yourself out there, man. Working hard, because nobody's going to do anything for you, bro. You got to do it for yourself. You owe yourself the world. Remember that. And you already know the slogan, bro. Believe in yourself, because ain't nobody else go do it. Dragon Ball Art 92. I'm out, y'all. Peace.
I'm too positive to be doubtful, too optimistic to be fearful. So all my time I spend cheerful, and I know exactly what I'm here for. I'm too positive to be doubtful, too optimistic to be fearful. So all my time I spend cheerful, and I know exactly what I'm here for. I'm too positive to be doubtful, too optimistic to be fearful. So all my time I spend cheerful, and I know exactly what I'm here for. I'm too positive to be doubtful, too optimistic to be fearful. So all my time I spend cheerful, and I know exactly what I'm here for.